What's going on? Y'all didn't
What's
think
up?
they didn't think we was going live today, but we made it. Welcome to episode 9 of Behind the Lanes, presented by Hollmark Bowling Shoes, Doctor's #1 recommended brand. So if the doc says it, you know it's true. Be sure to check them out for a variety of colors and styles to choose from. So what you waiting for? Visit them today at hallmarkshoes.com. I'm your host, JR, alongside my co-host, Mr. Steve Hernandez. How's it going, Steve?
It's going, man. We're getting that crazy weather again. You know how it goes. Mother Nature likes to play games. It's one day, and then all of a sudden you're supposed to get some kind of little blizzard. I don't know. It's cold as heck out there. It tried to snow, but it just brought cold. But you know, hey, what do you do? Next week, it's supposed to be warm again, and you know, hey. And then I'm supposed to go to Arizona next week, so
okay.
Do this without me.
Oh, yeah. Or might take a week off. Your boy could use a break. 9 episodes in a row. I might need a break. But, hey, y'all. Yeah. Be sure y'all hit that follow and like button on our Facebook and YouTube page. Let's try to grow the YouTube up a little bit. I think we're up to like 38 followers, and we got 300 plus on Facebook. So we're slowly growing. Well, tonight is a packed show tonight. We have owner of REVTAC Pro, Dwight about to join us alongside 2 Hallmark staffers. But before all of that, you know what we got to do, right, Steve?
Drum roll.
Intro time. Let's get it.
This is Sean Rash, and you are watching Behind the Lanes.
That joint was cranking right there. I had to go with that hip hop mix.
Yeah.
All right.
Intro.
Yeah, that's not one of my best intros. I was rushing today, but we got it done.
Play part 2.
Yes. All right, so let's get to our first guest. We're about to bring in Dwight Green. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dwight Green.
How y'all doing today?
How you doing, Dwight? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, brother. Hope all's going well. So let's just start off right now. Let the people know where you're from and what you do for a living.
So my name is Dwight Green. I'm the owner and CEO of REVTAC Pro, also of Stream Bowling, which is an LLC. It's a group on Facebook, as well as a COO of a marketing firm that I run part-time with my wife. So I hail from New Orleans, Louisiana. Currently reside in Van Cleve, Mississippi.
Nice. Seems like you're a busy man.
I stay busy between me, my wife, 4 kids, 6 cats, and 4 rabbits. Yeah.
Right.
Pretty busy person.
Oh, man, that's what's up. So let them know how long you've been bowling for and who or what even got you into bowling.
So I've been bowling since I was 10. I'm 39, about to be 40. So you can go and say 30 years.
Okay.
Bowling was actually a second sport. First sport was actually basketball. And, I got into it. I actually went to the bowling alley with my dad. They used to bowl league. And I used to enjoy that for a while. And then, I actually went and started bowling and shot, I think, 136, like my second or third time out. So I was like, okay, I'm pretty into this and kind of like it, like the feeling. So I was like, all right, let me keep it going. From there, my dad signed me up for leagues, but I didn't bowl in the States. I'm a military brat, so I actually started bowling over in Italy. and it was on the base there. And I was actually taught how to hook the ball from a left-hander. So it was kind of an interesting of how to adjust from how he does it to how it is. And he's doing it the opposite way, and I'm trying to mimic what he's doing, but don't really fully understand. But it just grew from there. From there, I just went bowled there for like a couple of years. I was in Italy for 6. So the last 4 years I bowled, actually placed in the top 10 a couple times in what it was Yaba then tournament overseas, and then came back to the States. Took a break for a couple of years, got back into it my junior year, and I've been doing it on and off ever since. But I stay with the game. I mean, if I'm not bowling, I'm watching bowling videos. I'm keeping my mind tuned into what's going on. So now is this pretty much taking over everything.
That's what's up, man. So so what house do you currently bowl out of right now? And let us know some of your greatest bowling accomplishments and career high games and sets.
Okay, well, I currently bowl out of Gaudy Lanes, which is on Keesler Air Force Base. There's only 3 or 4 houses on the coast of Mississippi.
Okay.
There's Spanish Trail, Cypress, which I used to bowl at, and Diamond Head, which is about 30, 40 minutes west of here. But I like bowling on base. Prices are cheaper, and we get consistent, oiling.
Yeah.
Some places you go there and it's dry. As far as accomplishments, I've high game of 300. High sanction series, I bowled this season 837. First time combo of a 300 and a 298. So it was my first time shooting 800 like that. And it was quite interesting because I had just got that ball that day.
What ball was it?
It was the Swag Ace.
Okay.
It was a swag ball. So sanction-wise, high series is 837. I have a bunch of 299s, 11 rows here and there. Right. And also I'm a USBC certified level 1 coach, and trying to grow that from here to get to the bronze and silver level. And since then, it's just been running my bowling page stream, which is we do online challenges. We just actually gave away prizes last week. The prize was gift cards this time, where first was, I think for one group was 156, 130, something like that. But also on top of that, the bowling fees actually go to helping the charity. The first challenge we did with the actual prize, we helped out a veteran who actually received a bowling ball and some REVTAC Pro Cleaner. And then just recently, we're going to be helping some young kids out in Colorado for entry fees for a tournament that's coming up in a couple of weeks for them. So as soon as I get some names from them, I'm going to pay for their entry fee into the tournament so that they can actually experience the tournament, get in, and grow their sport out there.
Oh, man, that's awesome, dude.
Way to go, man. That's the future there.
Yeah. All right, man. So let us know currently right now, what is in your arsenal? What are you rolling with right now?
So I'm a firm believer of I bowl with what works. I don't have a particular brand that I gravitate to. I mean, sometimes I stick with one so I don't mix them up. But every now and again, I mix. So right now, I think I'm in the mixing phase of my arsenal, which I just purchased a Rotogrip Rockstar, which should be coming on this Friday. Okay. I currently have a Deviate Hellcat in my bag, Scorpion Low Flare from Hammer, the Radical Hitter. Love that ball. It's pretty good on sport. I also have a Conspiracy, which I use here and there every now and again. The Swag Ace, which I use whenever the conditions call for it. But my biggest go-to right now, I would say, is the Hellcat. I think it is a slept-on ball. A lot of people I don't know why a lot of people liked it, but it works for me. I have 2. So I keep it in the bag. And every time I don't keep it in the bag or put it in there, I kick myself in the butt because it's like, you know what would have worked on that? The Hellcat. Oh yeah, so that's pretty much my bag. I have some other ones too, but with what I keep in there right now, that's what I'm building right now for my arsenal.
Right now, you've been bowling a long time. Is there a ball that you wish you had back that you miss? Any favorite bowling balls or?
2. There are 2. Thorn Frantic. That ball was stronger than what they said, and it was awesome. But this is when they also allowed weight holes in the ball. Right. So I had a weight hole sitting right down by the thumb to increase the flare. That was one of my favorite balls. And the Deviate Nightmare. That ball was the first ball that I've actually started throwing like consistent messengers with, and was just very versatile, and I could throw in a lot of places. And the reason why I don't have today is that they both cracked. I actually lived in Florida for a little bit. It actually got cold one day in Florida. Florida's always warm.
Right.
It got cold one day, left him in the car, went to go to the bowling alley. The next is I bowled like in three leagues that time, and both of them cracked. And I was like, I was devastated. Like, I was just like, you lost your best friend.
Yeah.
That's how I felt when I lost both of those balls. So I was like, man, what am I going to do? So I was hurt. I was so hurt. I wish they would bring those back with new technology. But those were my two favorites.
Okay. All right, so let's get to the good questions now. So you are the owner of REVTAC Pro, which is a bowling ball cleaner for y'all that don't know. Can you tell us how it all started and what made you even want to start a bowling ball cleaner?
So it started with Stream. Stream was an idea that started from TikTok, and it was a bunch of bowlers that were saying, hey, why don't we all just create something where we could challenge each other and somehow connect and keep scores and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
That went by for about a year. Nobody did anything. And then, I actually met this guy named Geek. He was on the show. He might be in the chat right now. And he was really about it. He was like, hey, I really want to do this. So it started from that. And Stream Bowling we've been doing challenges. It started off as a small group, and then it grew to a page, and we've been growing over the last year. And now we're closing in on about 2,000 members.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was like, okay, well, I'm doing this, and what else can I do for the people? Because Stream stands for strategies, tips, reviews, entertainment, and more. So, I can give something to them that actually allows them to help them. So I said, well, what if I create a cleaner? And it came to me too, also because I had just ran out of cleaner I had just bought. So it was like, all right, I'm going to create this cleaner and I'm just going to test it out. So I looked up different chemicals and stuff that were actually legal that you can use on bowling balls, and then decided to mix some of them up and say, hey, okay, let me test this out for a while. And it worked. I mean, it just started working. So it was like, okay. I started sending it out to my admin and my Stream page and saying, hey, look, I want you guys to try this out. See if this is legit, what I'm seeing. Because, I could assume all day that something works. It's different when you get that same feedback from other people. So I gave it to about 8 of my admin, allowed them to test it out for free, got the same feedback from them. So I was like, okay. So talking with my wife, she was like, well, what do you think you should do with it? I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and get it, USB-C certified. Went from there, sent it in. It took a minute, but once they got it through, it was like, hey, it's approved. And like the shock and awe from it being approved was like, I didn't even know what she was talking about. I thought she was talking about I got approved for a credit card that I didn't even apply for. So I was like, approved? What do you mean it's approved? She was like, your stuff. What stuff? Your stuff. Oh, read it. And I didn't come to tears, but it was like I was on cloud 9. So it was like, okay, where do I go from here? Okay. Well, my wife, like I said, I'm a COO of a marketing firm, and she builds websites and stuff like that. She built the website, and then from there started adding the cleaner, started adding Stream stuff on it. It is now one of the sponsors for Stream, and it just took off from there. So now I'm just spreading it out to the community because I want to be able to share what I've experienced and what my admin has experienced with this cleaner to everybody else and say, hey, there's a cleaner out there that actually works and inspires you to clean. And on top of that, it smells really good. It doesn't smell like chemicals. It smells very good.
It does. And I've got a bottle he sent me and tried it out myself. And I'm not, like I told him before the show, I'm not boosting you up, but this is probably the best stuff I've ever used. It really gives you that tacky feel, which it says on the bottle, tacky grip guaranteed. And it's definitely guaranteed. It almost stuck to my hand. Nah, I'm playing, but it had that grippy feel for real. We got a question real quick for you, since you're the bowling ball cleaner real quick. Jason Ditto says, what household cleaners is bad for your ball? That'd probably be anything, right? You shouldn't probably use household.
So you shouldn't use – there are household cleaners that you can use, And what you do is you go to USB-C and actually look up approved cleaners, and they actually have a list of cleaners that you can use.
Oh,
So one is a surprise that I learned. Windex. Windex is an approved cleaner. I think it has some ammonia in it, but it is actually approved. And then out rubbing alcohol is approved. But as far as like bleach or anything, I wouldn't do that. No, don't put bleach or chlorine or on anything. Don't do that. No, but stick to something that's pretty mild when it comes to the bowling balls. When they test to see how much the surface has changed. Like how soft does it make the surface, or does it put a substance on the surface to help grip or anything like that? That's the type of things that they check for. That's why, what is that? What is that cleaner that you're not supposed to use? Not turpentine or whatever it is. You can't use that because it actually makes the ball softer. So you're only supposed to use it like to get that mark for the layouts off. But as far as a cleaner, you will literally destroy your ball. Where can we buy it? Actually on my website right there at REVTACpro.com. It's copies the name. You can see it there. It comes in 2 flavors. I mean, and I say flavors meaning sizes, 2.7 and the 8 ounce. I'm working on a gallon and the 32 ounce at the moment. Those are not really asked for as much as the 8 ounce is. And when I say this stuff is like bowling ball crack, it literally is. Everybody that buys it runs out within acetone. There we go. I knew it was something with a tone. Thank you, Geek. But everybody that buys the stuff literally runs out in about a month and is like, hey, I need some more. And it's like, I mean, I don't clean my stuff that much, but yeah, it really works. But yeah, check out REVTACpro.com and place your order. And I personally send it to you. It comes from me directly to you guys. So there's no distributor as of yet because I'm a brand new company with this. But I make sure that it does get to you on time. I'm actually in the process of upgrading my shippers because U.S. Postal Service is having some issues lately. So UPS it is.
UPS it is. So let us know, what is the whole process of creating a bowling ball cleaner? Did you come up with a whole chemical solution, or like what's the whole step of you creating this?
So I did a lot of research into what works and what you can use. And, I know like we all know about CTD, the stuff that they created when they first came out with that purple stuff, which everybody was like, oh, this is just fabuloso, which I've never tried it. I don't know. But no, I don't want anybody to think that I was going along the same lines he's going. I just really want to create something that I wanted people to have and works. So you really got to do your research, see what one chemicals actually don't like make it to where you are going to burn yourself. You gotta test it out. My process was simply looking for certain cleaners. I started off with one at a time, and then got the idea of okay, well, let me mix this with this. Let me mix this with this, and even proportions. I actually have not a full chemistry set, but an actual measuring set where I actually measured this stuff to the T, how much I put in there. And the biggest thing is water. No, you don't want it to be just concentrate like you have some of these concentrate cleaners you buy from the store, because that will literally destroy your bowling ball. You want to put water in the mix to help kind of tone down whatever you're putting in it. Because I think there's that Venom cleaner that Motive came out with, and I'm pretty sure it's not approved for a reason. It's probably too strong. But definitely you want to look at different chemicals that work well together, and then stuff that's going to help you clean the ball in a way to where it helps your performance, because that's what the purpose of the cleaner is to help your performance and help you get good scores, help get good carry. Help you perform on the lanes. That is the purpose. The prices, I saw that question come through. Your 2.7 ounces, $10 plus shipping, and then your 8 ounce is $20 plus shipping. There are bigger ones that you can order, but you would have to go directly through me because not a lot of people order the larger sizes. The 8 ounce is the most popular.
He said if he orders it by tonight, will it be here by Friday? I'd probably say no. Right? What's the day? No,
I would say with UPS, you probably get it Saturday or Sunday if you order it tonight. Because I will definitely put it in the mail tomorrow morning and have it sent to you. So I don't have an expedited shipping option on my website yet. If it blows up, and that will possibly come, but I make sure that I do ship it through an actual company that will get it to you one time. So with the move that I just made, I believe you'll probably get it Saturday or Monday if I ship it tomorrow, because tomorrow is Thursday. I don't think they do.
I'd say Monday or Tuesday.
Turnaround.
So let me ask you a question. You were talking,
Steve.
There was bigger sizes, but is it when people go to REVTAC.com, or is REVTACPro.com? Is there an option for them to ask for a bigger size? How's that work?
No, you would have to directly contact me, because as I said, I don't sell many 32 ounce in a gallons. I'm currently developing an actual form for large orders, but I haven't placed it on my website yet because I'm still in the research phase of what's selling, what's actually working for everybody. And so far, what's surprisingly is the 8 ounce. I'm actually shocked the 8 ounce sells more than the 2.7. I mean, the 2.7 is small, it goes fast, but it's at a really cheap price. So it's like, hey, I thought this would go a lot faster, but it's actually the 8 ounce that sells more. So I haven't had the need to put the 32 ounce or the gallon on there, but I am working on that. It's just going to be soon.
So them contact you. How do they contact you? And I guess that's maybe my other question. Then.
Oh, hit me up on Facebook. You can look up Dwight Green Jr. on Facebook. If you're on TikTok, GoTime85. That's how you get in touch with me. If you know Robert Geek, who we call Bowling Geek on Facebook, you can hit him up. He's the only gallon guy. He's the main one that buys stuff from me. But definitely hit me up directly on Facebook. And it's like, hey, look, I'm interested in ordering REVTAC Pro, or join the stream page, and you can place the question there. One of the admins will pass it to me. Until I actually get those larger sizes on there, it would have to go through me directly, because I actually have to go and order the actual 32 ounce bottle and gallon bottle by itself, because I don't keep those in stock because I don't sell that many of them.
Right. Nice. Any other questions for him, Steve?
So, like you said, you're a small business, and you, like you said, you grew up through the military, and then, so you never had the need to want to go in the military after living the military life?
So it is partially a regret. I kind of wish I would have went in the military. I mean, I kind of followed the military path in school. Did 4 years ROTC, ended up being third in command of the actual battalion, and did everything. Had more medals than I can possibly count going down my shirt and ribbons. I was like militaried out, but then it was like something in my mind that said, I don't want to do this. But all my friends who I grew up with in the military as a military brat, they've been in 20 plus years now. A lot of them are. I think one of my friends is being a senior master chief in the Air Force, if he's not that already. Has just decided not to do it. No, but it is a partial regret, because I do like being in the military environment. I like being on a military base. It's just something, because I guess I grew up with it. It's peaceful about it. No, I know that when I'm on a base, it's like I'm just at ease. So I miss that. I miss that feeling, and I should have went to the military, but I decided not to.
It's like I said, it's a different life. You know what I mean? So unless you've experienced it, like I said, being in the military or being growing up, and like my sons, they grew up on a military base, and they had a little bit of culture shock when we came home, but like I said, but then like I said, none of my sons ended up going to the military, so. But they had the same regrets. Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. But, it is what it is. But like I said, so, that was probably some of your inspiration, some of these people that you met along the way to give you the drive to do what you do today as, being a CEO of your REVTAC company and, doing the marketing. What was the other thing that you said you did?
Oh, I'm a COO of my wife's marketing firm. And stream bowling is my other thing, too. Where the challenges, online challenges, and the goal with that is actually to get as big as inside bowling. That goal is. I know I got a ways to go, but I know I can get there, because with stream we offer challenges that are not normal, as you would think normal bowling would go. There's always a twist. There's always something different about the challenge. This last challenge, you know how you normally have like a plus or minus when you go and bowl like a PBA tournament?
Yeah.
Well, we set the goal, and whoever got closest, that's who wins. You know, and it gives you more to look towards to. Like, if I know I'm a 220 average bowler, I know I can shoot 660. Oh, I'm gonna pass that easily. So I know I'm gonna be plus at least 60, plus 100 all the time. But if someone sets the goal for you and say, okay, this is the goal right here. We set, I think, the highest division at 780, and the closest was about 62 pins away. It makes you work that much more harder to get to that goal. And it's not even just that. It's also encouraging bowlers who are of a, not to say bad, but lower caliber to want to try to step up and challenge themselves to bowl against people who are of higher caliber. And through our challenges, we've had quite a few people who were 180 average bowlers now averaging over 200. And
nice.
It's only because the mindset is not even just going to practice. It's, I have a mindset that I want to compete. And then from there, okay, I'm going to stay focused. It's like a light switch. Okay, I'm going to turn it on now, and I'm going to actually score. And then from there, it's like, oh, I like this feeling. Now they grow on it, and they grow on it. So now they're consistently over 200. Now they're consistently over 210. And it's all because they just simply did some challenges. So it's a beautiful thing to see when it's something as simple as just challenging somebody's mindset to actually be better.
So how does somebody learn more about that, or maybe partake, or even go to a tournament of that, you know?
Oh, that's easy. Join Stream Bowling page on Facebook. That's where we post all the challenges there. And we always announce and over-explain our challenges. As I know, in this day and age, we're not like back in the day where we had to sit there and read it and read instructions. Everybody kind of gets used to that. It's quick and easy type of thing. So I'm kind of old school with that. Is we explain everything, all the rules, all the things you're not supposed to do, all the things you're supposed to do. This year, though, we actually have a jot form, which makes it easier to receive entry forms, receive recaps. All they do is got to click a link, upload a photo of your actual recap from that night, and then we take care of the rest, and we do the rest and put all the scores in. And then once we're done, announce everything and put it up on the page. But so definitely you want to Stream Bowling Facebook.
So you do these like weekly, or is it like a league? You know, is there a certain
about every other week? So we do one challenge, and then we take a week off, and then we come back with another challenge. In the beginning, before jot form, we were doing 2-week challenges because the concern was I don't want to bowl against a higher caliber bowler, or I don't want to bowl with lower caliber bowlers. So we would have everybody do a qualifying round to where we see where they fell. And then from there, separate them into their categories, and then they bowl again, and then discuss the winner. But now we're collecting USBC numbers, so we're verifying averages. So now there's no need for the first week. We could just go straight into the challenges. Now we know where you fall based off of over 9 games average, whatever your highest average is from last year. That's what we use. That's where you fall. And we go from there. And it makes it a lot easier. So we just finished our last challenge last week. This is the week off. So if we do another one by the end of this month, it'll probably be later. But right now, with USBC National starting, I have to show up in about a couple of weeks. So that it's going to be kind of hard to balance that out because it requires a lot of attention. But I do have 13 admin. So we get a lot of the work done through just communicating it and done, but we haven't came up with the next challenge yet, which that takes a bashing session of about 2 days to get it worked out if we're going to do something different or do something we've done before.
So are you going to have a booth set up in the Nationals? Because Hollmark's going to be down there in June. Well, there'll probably be staffers throughout the whole tournament, but we're going to be down there like bowling on June 14th and 15th, a whole contingent of Hollmark bowlers. And I know I plan on going from Baton Rouge to Louisiana or New Orleans for after that for a couple of days. But are you going to be down there the whole time, or are you just going down there at a certain time frame?
Well, I'm going down there to bowl. I don't have a booth set up because I don't think I can set it up that quick within the time frame of me deciding to do this year's tournament or not. There's definitely a goal for next year. is having a booth, or at least through one of the months, be out there and let people see where REVTAC Pro is. Definitely one of the goals is actually getting stream bowling actually on that little thing with all the affiliates who are affiliated with it. That's another goal, but didn't think of that this year. I had a friend who told me about it. I was like, okay, well, with everything I'm doing right now, that's kind of a lot for me to try to get into that as well. Let me just grow it first, see where it goes, and then if it's big enough, okay, yeah, let's put a booth out there.
Well, how long has RevTech been? I mean, how long has your company been going so far? Maybe that's the question to ask.
Since November 2024, it was official.
Oh, so we're like in our year, our year mark. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't even hit the year. We're working on the first year.
Nice. Quick question from James. He said he was late, so forgive him. But he said, what makes your cleaner so superior? Is it the tackiness of the ball? Is that what separates you out from other ball cleaners?
That's a great question. I don't down talk any other cleaner.
Right.
I learned that through all my careers that I've had. I've used to work at a casino. I've worked at many different places. I don't down the competition. I'm going to tell you the difference. What I can tell you is that when you clean your bowling ball, regardless of what surface you have it at, you're going to get a tacky feeling after you clean it almost every single time. And it works even better when you sand the ball down with Abralon pad. So one of my testers, Peyton, he's one of my best friends, bowls with me on Tuesdays. He actually likes to take it and spray it down and takes a 2000 pad to his stuff with the cleaner. And it makes it even more tackier and even more duller. There is another version of REVTAC Pro, which I haven't got approved yet, but I'm working on, which has the foam applicator. And the foam applicator actually causes phasing in the ball. So I haven't worked how it does that yet, but once I do get that, I will figure it out. I will have a foam actual version of it, but I wouldn't say that it's a superior as far as like, oh, it's just the best cleaner out there. But I can't tell you compared to Brunswick's what is that? I have it right here. The bowling ball cleaner from Brunswick, Big B, and compared to CTD's, which I got from Robert, Life After Death, and compared to a few other cleaners, this one beats them when it comes to getting that ball clean and getting it tacky. It takes a lot of that cleaner, a lot of that dirt and grime off. I bowl at Gaudy Lanes. We have a problem with belt marks, and you simply just have to spray the belt mark and it comes off with a microfiber towel, I might add.
Right.
It comes off a microfiber. I even cleaned my stuff with a Mr. Clean sponge just to see what it would do. It actually dulls the ball down some with the Mr. Clean and the actual spray. So, and it's still tacky. So that tacky grip, you can't get rid of that. But then the biggest thing is the performance. I'm one testimony. Well, right before I bowl league, when I shot my 837, I had just got that ball drilled, and I cleaned it with REVTAC Pro. Went 300, 239, 298. I sold a cleaner for about 2 months ago to another gentleman. He had an Ion Pro Max. It's an Ion Max from Storm. Hasn't cleaned it before. Cleaned it with my cleaner the first night. This guy has a 180 average. Shoots 240, 250, 200.
Hey.
Yeah, well, I was talking to him earlier.
Delaware has cleaned their stuff with this, cleaned their ball with REVTAC Pro, shoots 700. It's like, it's like
the bottom, man. You're the tester now.
Well, actually, I was talking to him before the show last night. I broke a ball out. I have a ball with like 7 months because it's a little too strong. Cleaned it up, decided to use it last night, and I shot like a 673. So, yeah, I love it. So I'll definitely be ordering more. I'm going to cherish this bottle I got right now and spray a little bit as I can, but I'll definitely be getting more. It seems like we got about 3 or 4 orders in for you tonight, so that's good.
That's awesome.
Try out the REVTAC Pro. All right, before we get you off, I want to see how much. Do you know anything about the Hollmark bowling shoe? Have you heard of it here and there, or? So
I have heard of the Hollmark bowling shoe. I have heard of it. When I was in the market for some bowling shoes, I was looking at them, and I ended up picking some KR Strike Forces over it. But I have heard of them, and I think they're a fantastic looking shoe. I do like the fact that it looks like a tennis shoe.
Right.
So So to me, then in my mind, that screams comfort
Yeah.
because I'm a fan of SST8s. I like Dexter SST8s.
Right.
I do like the KR Strike Forces, which it says motive, but it's a KR Strike Force. Ain't nobody being fooled by that. It is what it is. I've put those shoes on, and I can tell you when first putting those shoes on, it was not very comfortable. No, you have to break them in. No, looking at the Hallmark shoe is like, I know that's probably really comfortable to put on. The only thing that got me away from it, because I didn't really do too much research, I don't know if they have the ones where you have it to where you can take the pads and soles off and switch
They do.
Heels and sole.
They do.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Yeah, we do have the interchangeables.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's the only thing that stopped me is I didn't know if they had interchangeables, because if I did, then I would have bought those right off the bat, because I think the ones I actually was eyeballing was the camo ones.
Oh, yeah.
Like, those were dope. I really like the design of these ones. Even on the screen are actually pretty nice. It's like purple. I do like purple, so it's like, hey, no, it's a really nice shoe. I think it's probably. I don't think it get as much recognition as it should. No,
Right.
Considering that everybody wears tennis shoes. Everybody, that I wouldn't shy away from a shoe that actually is very comfortable. But now that I know you guys have interchangeable soles, then that'll be my next pair, because I'm actually in the market for some new shoes. Now, I do have a question. Do they tear up? Because I'm pretty hard on the right foot.
Steve?
I say pretty hard. I wear that inside sole part out pretty bad in less than a year. So I need to know, will they stand the test of time?
We have a warranty on our shoes for a year. So if something goes wrong within that year, you're definitely going to get a new pair of shoes. We stand behind our shoe. There's no questions asked about that. That's one of the things that we do, stand behind our shoes. And like I said, everybody bowls different, you know what I mean? But we have guys out there still wearing our shoes 5, 6, 7 years later still. Black still use the original ones from 2017. I mean, it just depends on, like I said, everybody's different. Everybody cares for their stuff different. But, like I said, we back our product. And like I said, once you put it on, you're gonna realize the comfort. It's like, I don't have to break these in. These are the shoes, and that's the difference. You know what I mean? And you're not paying $200, $300 for a pair of shoes either. That's not how we roll. Because we want our shoes to be not only quality and but we want them to be affordable. We want everybody to be able to experience, having a good shoe on their foot. Just like out there when you're bowling, you got a bowling ball, you got cleaners, you got chamois, you got this, fees. I mean, it can get expensive, So that's one of the things that we always try to do is keep our prices low, so that people can get into a pair of our shoes. That's, like I said, we do a lot with the youth, like you do, because that's the future. You know what I mean? So, I'm not trying to change a guy's mind that's been wearing Dexter his whole life. We're not trying to change his mind. He wants to come wear our shoes and see the difference. That's great. But the youth is the future, and that's where we're winning the race. You know what I mean? Because people are like, wait a minute, hold on, there's a whole nother way of being out there on the bowling lanes now. And that's our niche. You know what I mean? We're being different. We're being where people could come out and say, okay, yeah, I got a brand new pair of shoes and I don't have to spend an arm and a leg, and they're just as good, if not better.
Facts.
That's our take on that, and that's why we continue to grow. I mean, we've been doing this since 2017. And it was just a Midwest thing, kind of like you. We were going to test the market here. We were just going to make some shoes around here. And, fortunately for us, a friend did a newspaper article, and it went through the major markets. The AP picked up the story, and then we've just doing different things like this, and the podcast, different things, and you just continue to grow. It doesn't grow overnight. Like you said, you got your year in, but I bet you 5 to 10 years from now, you're going to be all over the place, man. If this product is good as JR saying, hey, we're here to support
it.
You.
It is. I don't usually say that, but it actually is.
I got backup. It works. It works. But no, I'm glad you guys do exist. The price point, you are absolutely right. I did notice your guys' price point is more than competitive. If with what we're going through in times right now, is like, hey, yeah, I don't want to pay $200 for a shoe. Like, the only reason why I didn't buy a pair of C9s from Dexter was like, why is the shoe $200? Like, and then the soul is broken up into this doesn't make sense to me. And then SST8s went up from, I think I paid $140 for my SST8s. They're up to like 170, and it's like,
yeah,
nah. But I am in the market for some shoes, sir, and I will tell you now, I will definitely get me a pair of Hallmarks now that I know that they have interchangeable soles.
yep, and
Sure.
hell,
No,
yep.
Like I said,
no, you have a customer.
you can reach out. You can reach out to me at any time. That's the other thing. Like you said, I do. We have the warehouse, but I do a lot of direct shipping. Well, my wife does. I don't. I mean, I kind of help. But it's like a homegrown business too. You know what I mean? We have our, so that's the other thing I tell people. They get a hold of Hallmark. They can get a hold of me. They don't have to call a call center. They ain't got to talk to somebody. We have a bunch of people online. We have a lot of people that that are here. Anybody will reach out, and talk to you from Hollmark. You know what I mean? If you're in a lane or something, they'll talk to you. They'll talk to you about anything. And that's what we call the Hollmark family. We're all family here.
Yeah, I know one of your staffers, Patrick Roper. Yeah, he's with you guys, and he's also with me too. He's one of my staffers as well, and he's on my stream admin. So he definitely talks you guys out. I see he says, "Get yourself some Hallmarks." I will love it. I'm definitely going to get some.
Well, get you some REVTAC Pro cleaner too while you're at it, bud.
Yes. Steve, well, what I'll do is, since to get you convinced, I'll get your address and I'll send you some REVTAC Pro as well, because I have plenty of the 2.7s laying around, and like I said, they don't move. I will gladly send you some so you can experience it for yourself.
All right, get that.
Awesome, man.
And there you can tell everybody else, hey, yeah, this stuff works.
Awesome, man. All right, so we're coming to the end. Do you have any other hobbies outside of bowling before we let you go, or is it pretty much bowling?
It's bowling. I also coach basketball. When my son plays sports with him. I do play video games. I used to be hard into Call of Duty and Destiny. But I've backed off of that. So now it's kind of Tekken and Brawlhalla until I have to wait, because I saw this actual game called, I don't know if you've seen the preview for it, called Squadron 42.
Yeah,
which is coming out. And just the cinematic sequence was like, okay, I found my next game. I'm going to wait for it, but that's my next game. I ain't buying nothing until I get that game.
Right. That's what's up, man. All right, so let the people know that's joining or go to rewatch this show where to find you at, social media, and where's your product at? Okay,
well, as we got to the left, REVTAC Pro is the product that I sell. It is my cleaner. So definitely, if you guys want some, visit the website, REVTAC Pro. There's other things on there as well. If you're interested in doing online challenges and stuff like that, you see stream, join us on the stream bowling page. You're going to see that it's not like any other bowling page you've ever seen. We don't do the whole negativity thing. I've kicked out about 10 people out of my group because of negativity alone. So it's like, hey, you're building a community that everybody's allowed to say something and nobody's going to be criticized. So definitely can find me on Stream Bowling on Facebook. I'm on Facebook as well as far as Dwight Green. Just look up Dwight Green Jr. If you see a kind of chunky guy with a suit on and holding his hands in front of his stomach, that's me. And also on TikTok, I'm GoTime85. And that's where I normally do a lot of my live streaming for bowling as well. And I'm also on YouTube, Stream Bowling on YouTube. We have our own podcast show. We haven't been out for a couple of months, but we will be coming back with another show very soon. So check me out on there too. But just to go over it again, Facebook, Dwight Green, Stream Bowling, REVTAC Pro, GoTime85 on TikTok, and on YouTube, Stream Bowling.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And any shout outs before you let you go? Anybody you want to shout out?
Well, first of all, I'd like to shout you guys out first because, thank you for having me on the show. I definitely appreciate it, and I appreciate what you guys do. Also got to shout out Mr. Robert Geek. He is my right and left hand. Definitely has helped grow Stream beyond means. Is probably going to help me grow REVTAC Pro in the same way. All my stream admin, I can't name them all because I got 13 of them. But you know who you are if you're in here. Also, Miss Keita, who joined the page, she's definitely an avid fan of REVTAC Pro and has definitely supported it from the beginning. and has been very supportive of everything that I've done with bowling and helped her out as well as far as coaching. And of course, my wife for being the person that she is, and God, because I know I got to give everything thanks to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We want to thank you again for coming on, man. You've been an excellent guest. It was our pleasure having you.
Yep. Like to spot the business, small business like us.
Yep.
Got to grow together.
Hey, that's how we get to the next level.
That's right.
All right, brother. Well, like I said, I want to thank you again, and I'm looking forward to having you on again, man.
Hey, let me know. I got nothing but time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Dwight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Dwight Green. We'll catch you next time, Dwight.
Deuces.
Yes, sir. All right, that was Dwight. What an excellent guest, man. All right, that was Dwight Green. Learned a lot of stuff about bowling ball cleaner.
Oh yeah.
And we learned he's a small business just like you, and he supports the veterans. You're a veteran-owned business. A lot of clashing here.
Yep.
All right, Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we kept them in the background for a while now, but let's get right to it. Let me bring it up. Where'd Steve go? There he is.
Right
There's Steve.
Here, man. Going nowhere.
I'm gonna try to kick you out. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if he's here, but Chadwick. We're gonna bring Chadwick to the stage.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, Chadwick? You still awake, brother?
Hey, I'm still here.
He's still here. All right, Chadwick. Thanks for joining us tonight. And next up, our last guest is Scott. How you say his last name, Steve?
Means.
What's up, Scott?
Not much. What's up with you?
Not too much. Let's get right to it. We're going to start off with Chadwick. Chadwick, let the viewers know where you're from and what you do for a living.
I am from Davenport, Iowa, and I am currently a disabled veteran.
Okay. What branch were you in?
I was in Army.
Army. Nice, man. So, how long have you been bowling for, and what got you started?
I started bowling when I was 7. I literally grew up in a bowling alley. My mom and dad would put the car seat in the back of the bowling alley, and basically everybody that bowled with them kind of kept an eye on me. So I started youth bowling at Town and Country Bowling Alley in Rock Island, and then I kind of joined the service. So there were some periods of time that I was in and out of bowling due to my situations of where I was at. But every time I was home, I was guaranteed to be on a league. But consistent bowling, I would have to say that I started probably back in 2011 again, or 2012. And I've been bowling since.
Nice, man. So what is it about bowling that you love?
The camaraderie, being able to go out with friends, having a great time. Steve, bowling with Steve, every time he asks if I can sub for him, I'm basically just hanging out with a bunch of friends and getting out of the house.
Got you. So you're on staff with the greatest bowling shoe out there. You know what I mean? So how long have you been on staff with Hollmark, and who introduced you to Hollmark? How'd you hear about the company?
I have been on staff for about 3 years now. I heard about the company. I actually bowled with a guy that was a former staffer with us, Jopie, and Jopie introduced me to Steve. And Steve and I basically, the very first time that we talked, we hit it off, and he looked at me and said, "I want to make you a staffer."
Nice. Whatever happened to that dude, Jopie? I remember him. Steve?
I don't know. He kind of fell off the map. I haven't heard from him for a while either.
All right, I remember that dude.
Yeah. He went his own direction. He's got his own things going on.
I got you.
Right. Accomplishment wise, I've had a 299, or I've had two 299s. I don't have a 300 yet. I have two 298s, multiple 290s, 289s, 279s. Bit of information. I actually didn't shoot my first 700 until last year out of 20 something years of bowling.
Okay.
My first 299 happened when I turned 18 and was actually able to bowl adult league. It happened 3 weeks after I started adult league. And then I threw the Brunswick Swamp Monster. And my grandpa gave me that ball, and that's the ball that he first started out bowling with himself.
Nice,
And
nice.
I've still got that ball.
Now, let me ask you a question. What kind of ball cleaner do you use?
I use Tack Up.
Okay. Do you think about that REVTAC Pro?
Yeah, actually, now that I've heard about it, I'm going to get a hold of Dwight, and I am actually going to talk to him to hook up and probably order some.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, hey, let us know right now what's in your arsenal. What are you bowling with right now?
I have a variety. I used to throw motive quite a bit. I've got the Ambush. I've got the Evoke. I've got a Roto Grip Height. I've got the new Storm Phase AI. I've got a Storm Emerald, IQ Emerald, and a spare ball. I don't have very many balls, but whenever I go to tournaments, I usually only carry 3 balls.
Yeah. I got in a problem where I had like 70 at one point. And I was like, why do I have so many bowling balls? They're just sitting around.
And it got to the point of where I got tired of carrying 3 bowling bags into a bowling alley.
Yeah, I can't do that for a house shot. I'm bringing 3 balls.
Right.
If I can't make those work, I don't know.
Right.
But, all right. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see here. What else we got for Chadwick? Steve, you got anything for Chad?
Yeah, I got something for Chad.
All right.
Chadwick's been a great staffer. You know, Chad. I'll give you a little background on Chadwick. You know, every year we get our shoes in. Chadwick was my go-to guy the last 3 years. Matter of fact, we were in nationals last year, and I was like, "Hey, man, you know, you've done this before." And I was on vacation. I went to James Reed, another staffer's wedding, and the shoes decided to come while I was in St. Thomas. So I'm like, Chadwick, you know, can you do this? Well, he's done it. He had done it, you know, 2 times before that. So he said, yeah, I can handle it. I said, man, all you got to do is accept the shoes, make sure they're all there, and we're good to go. And that's the kind of guy Chadwick is. You know, he's always there in the clutch, man. I'll tell you what, you know, because like he says, he's sub for me. I say, hey, can you sub for me? I mean, he's that go-to guy. And it's been a pleasure to have him on staff because, like I said, you know, this whole company don't run by me. It's run by all you guys. You know, you, JR, Chadwick. You know, all these great people that are involved with this company. You know, you have people like that out there, and so you know, we have a lot in common. You know, and me and Chadwick talk a lot more than probably people know. But you know, the thing is he's a good man. You know what I mean? And I
appreciate it.
You got good people, and I just want you to know that people, you know, need to know that there's a good person right there, because you know, like I said, without you, I wouldn't have had my shoes this year because I was somewhere else.
Right.
Came from Chicago.
And I literally only live, I would say, 15 minutes from your boss.
Yeah. So it was a lifesaver, you know what I mean? That's you know, when you can have somebody like that on the spot to show up and do it, that needs to be done. That was great because I was like, oh my God, I'm 1,000 miles, 2,000, 3,000 miles away, whatever it was, to the islands, and you know, he came in at the clutch. But I know that you've wrestled with some injuries, you know, over the last few years. Has that kind of evened itself out?
Kind of, sort of. Right now, I'm fighting with the neck issues still, and I am having some kidney issues. So I'm still fighting with the VA, trying to get appointments with them to try to get this figured out. My bowling has kind of been put on a hiatus at the moment. I've got some pretty good swelling going on in the hands, fingers, and so I can't really get my fingers into a bowling ball. So we're just trying to get that figured out, taken care of before we go to nationals. That way I'm good to bowl.
Okay. Oh, I hope it gets figured out, man, because like I said, you know, you being down there at nationals with us is a plus.
It's a guarantee.
And I know Rocky's over there bringing up Chad almost didn't make it because his truck broke down the mountain.
Oh man. So this is a shout out to Steve. So we get to Denver, Colorado, and we're driving my truck. I'm taking Steve and Miranda's bowling balls, and I've got some more bowling balls from people that I'm hauling since I got my truck and I got a tonneau cover for it. We get to the base of the mountains, and my transmission goes out. So, being what, 13 hours away from Las Vegas, I'm calling around trying to figure out if I can get into a transmission shop, going around, see what I can do. Well, there's nothing open, nothing going on. I can't get it fixed. I call Steve. Steve's like, hey, let me help you out. So basically, I was able to rent a car, drove it to Vegas, ended up bowling, driving the car back to Colorado. And there was nobody that had a slot open to put a transmission or get transmission fixed. So basically, I limped the truck from Colorado doing 55 all the way back to Davenport, Iowa, and what should have been about a 13-hour drive almost took me a day and a half.
And he probably didn't stop one time.
Nope, didn't stop one time. I stayed awake the whole time and drove straight through to Vegas from Iowa, and then drove straight through from Iowa to Vegas, and then from Vegas to Iowa.
Some adventures there, man.
Yeah.
Adventures. All right, Chadwick. So, what is it you love about being on staff with Hollmark Bowling Shoes?
Man, I cannot say enough about the company. I can't say enough about Steve. The ownership of the company is amazing. Steve's an amazing boss. He will literally give the shirt off his back. I've witnessed it, been a part of it. At a drop of a dime, you call this guy, he will talk to you. He'll listen to you, give you advice. He's a very stand-up guy, and our shoes are number one. There's no other shoe out there. I've owned Dexter's. I've owned the Nines with the BOA system. I've owned SSTs. I've owned Storm shoes, and I got ankleless shoes and back issues. The second I put a pair of Hollmark bowling shoes on, I had no issues. I've never wore a shoe that has been as comfortable as Hollmark. The people that work for Hollmark are amazing. Just all around, it's an affordable shoe that anybody can get, and it's a great company to be with.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
Of course, boss.
It definitely is. So, how many current Hollmark shoes do you own?
I think the only pair I don't have is the Blue Bombers and the All Blacks. That's it.
Oh, the Black Ops, yeah.
Yeah, the Black Ops. So I would say, oh God, Steve, how many is that? I got the.
You got all the originals, like the Ripping Red, the retros.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I got all the originals except for the pink ones.
Oh,
of
the
course.
Cures. Yeah, of course. Do you have a favorite of all time? Like one you just love, like color-wise or style or?
So quick story is the purples that we came out with. I lost my son in 2022. His favorite color was purple, which was also my favorite. It is also my favorite color.
Awesome.
I would say the purples. I don't wear them. I wore them twice. Let me take that back. I wore them twice. Other than that, they literally set up, and I've got a cabinet that is dedicated to my son. Awesome. They sit in the cabinet. But I wear which ones do I wear? Oh God. I wear the Diablos probably more than anything.
Okay. Nice, man. All right, man. So outside of bowling, do you have any other hobbies you enjoy doing?
I throw bags. I play cornhole. I play bags. I used to throw darts. Other than that, not really. I do a foster kid program that the wife and I are part of. We basically we take foster children from the system and we get to take them to a camp, and we get to take them for a week. And then I'm involved in their program that deals with the children as well, other than camp. But other than that, not really. I just basically bowl.
Nice, man. So is there any way the viewers can follow you? Do you have any bowling pages out there or anything like that?
I do not. I'm just part of the Hallmark staffer page.
Okay.
I'm not. I mean, I'm into bowling. I'm not that big into bowling.
Right.
I thought about setting up streaming, but I just never got. I'm not very good. I carry like a 180 average, 190 average.
Well, that's
It
all right.
just, yeah, I just never really actually did it.
Right. I got you. Any follow-up questions for Chadwick, Steve?
No, I think we've had
Yeah.
time for a while too. So I just want to ask you any shout outs,
Yeah.
out to anybody you want to thank.
I want to thank JR for the stream, being able to be part of the podcast again. I know I was part of it last time, and you held me all the way to the very end.
Did I?
Yes. You said we're going to get right to Chadwick, and then about an hour later, you're like, "Oh, Chadwick's still in the room." Well, when you panned to me, I was like, that don't bother me because you always save the best for last.
Yeah.
That's the go, Scott. Next time.
I can't believe you still remember that.
I want to give a shout out to Steve, every one of the staffers, everybody that's involved with Hollmark. Like I said, you, JR, and our bowling community, everybody that purchases Hollmark bowling shoes and has anything to do with Hollmark. We appreciate the business. Like I said, this is the best shoe in the industry. There's nothing like it, and there's no company that will ever compare to Hollmark.
100%, Chadwick, and I want to appreciate you for coming on twice, and I didn't held you to the last this time. So
I appreciate it, man. I got some gaming to do.
Yeah, maybe next year you might be first. Who knows? We'll see.
I'm all right. Oh, wait.
All right, Chadwick. Well, thank you again for your time, brother, and we'll see you next time.
All right, guys. You have a good night.
You too, buddy.
All right, next up, we're going to get right to Scott. What's going on, Scott?
Not much. What's going on with you?
Not too much, brother. So let the people know where you're from and what you do for a living.
I'm from the Rock Island Quad Cities. I work with the ARC of the Quad Cities, handicapped adults.
Okay, sweet, man. So how long have you been bowling for?
Oh, since I was little.
Since you was little. And who got you into bowling?
My parents.
Your parents. Now, do your parents bowl often, I guess?
My mom does with me.
Awesome, man.
He goes on the league with me on every other.
Yeah.
Oh, does he? Nice.
Well,
My mom's on his team and I'm on a different team.
Okay. Do you beat him up, man? Do you
I
Nothing wrong. He bowls 5 nights a week.
Yeah. Roughly 5 nights a week. I'm usually at the bowling alley.
Oh man, so you're there a lot. So
yeah.
So what do you, since you're there so much, what do you love about the sport of bowling? What keeps you coming back?
It's a sport anybody can do.
Right. I agree with that, man. So what kind of equipment are you bowling with right now?
I am bowling with hammer.
Hammer?
He's a hammer.
Yep. I like my hammers. Right
Yeah.
now.
I love a good hammer too, man. All right. So how did you get introduced to the Hollmark Shoe Company?
I bought my first pair from one of his Scotty over at Big River.
Okay. And what pair was that?
The Black Ops.
The Black Ops? Yeah, I love those.
And then my mom bartended on the night Steve was bowling over at one of the bowling alleys. And she hooked me up with Steve.
Oh, nice. And then here we are today.
Yep.
So you're on staff with Hollmark. How long have you been on staff with them?
Just recently, I got on staff with.
Oh,
him.
okay.
He-
Okay.
He's our Special Olympic brand ambassador. He went. Matter of fact, here's a note about Scott. He bowls with a Special Olympic group on Tuesdays, and he invited me down to the national or the state tournament in was it Peoria, Illinois?
Peoria.
And he carried out the torch.
Nice.
And was wearing his Hallmark shoes. So it was a very special moment, you know what I mean, to watch him achieve that ability to go out there and represent not just everybody in the state of Illinois, but our company as well. He's been a very avid spokesman, and like I said, he's helped us get involved with Special Olympics. That's another one of our avenues we've gone into now, not just youth or military, but we've also got into the Special Olympics, and that's all part of Scott's help. So he's been a very vocal advocate for us. He's that guy. He's the point man. I tell you what, the CEO of the company of ARC, they got a hold of me, and it's like, hey, Scott kept telling us. So he's done a great job, being out there, being vocal, doing a lot of things, that need to be done. That I learned from him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I don't claim to know everything, so that's why it takes a village. You know what I mean? Everybody has their skill set, and that's one of the things Scott does is he's out there every day, and he bowls with the Special Olympics, but he bowls with regular bowlers too. He bowls in tournaments and everything else. Matter of fact, you're doing the one Saturday, right? I'm doing one with his mom and him, right? You, your mom, and Miranda.
Okay, over at Bull Leisure Time.
Yeah.
The Backwater Gamblers.
Yeah,
we're doing a 9-pin.
We're doing a 9-pin tournament.
Oh, no tap.
Yeah, 9-pin no tap global.
Okay, sound like a good time, huh? You ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We also have going on right now citywide tournaments for Rock Island.
Sweet.
And I got a bowl in that Saturday.
Okay,
sound like singles and doubles.
Sound like you're a busy man out there on the lanes, huh?
I try to.
I think he bowls in every bowling alley we got in town. He's bowled at Big River. He's bowls at Leisure. He bowls at Highland. He bowls at Backyard Bowl or Backyard. Where else do you bowl?
I've bowled at pretty much every one of them so far.
There ain't a house that he ain't in. You know what I mean?
Nice. Well, Jason J. Ditto's commented, Scotty's a wonderful guy. I have a story to tell about him. He gave me a ride home one night. I said, here, Scotty. I gave him another pair of Hollmark bowling shoes that I hardly wear. So I gave him the blue bombers.
The blue camos.
Oh, the blue camos.
Yeah, the blue camos are bombers. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Those are nice pair of shoes.
I have those too.
People want them.
I also have a pair of blue skies that I got from Steve.
Okay. You got all the blues. All right, man. So let's see here. So let us know what house you bowl out of. Do you bowl all 5 nights at the same house, or you kind of bounce around?
I bounce around.
Okay.
Monday nights I'm at Highland. Tuesday nights I'm down at QC Family Entertainment. Then I'm back up at Highland on Thursdays. Friday nights I'm back up at Highland. Every other Sunday when I'm over at Leisure.
Oh, man.
Saturday, I had to be out at Backyard in the morning to do the morning shift for the bowling.
Okay. So since you bowl so much, let us know some of your greatest games and sets you've bowled in your career.
200s. I have bowled a couple 200s now.
Couple
I've struggled
200s.
at getting them, but when I get them, they're special.
Yep. Don't we all struggle? I struggle sometimes too. So don't feel bad. Oh, man. All right. So is there any other hobbies outside of bowling you enjoy doing?
Me and my mom like to go camping a lot. And then I also am working on a thing with the ARC right now that Steve helps with through the golf tournaments.
Ah.
Through a golf tournament.
Nice. I love golfing, man. Do you golf at all?
I try.
Oh, yeah, I try too. I know what you mean.
That's all we can do. That's all I do.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Just try to hit them
Steve
straight.
helped last year. he donated a pair of shoes to the tournament to raffle off.
Oh, sweet. Awesome, man. Maybe we'll get some Hollmark golfing shoes out there soon. Who knows? All right, Steve, you got any questions for Scott?
Yeah. So Scott, you've bowl a lot, like I said, and what makes you go out to all the different places that you want to bowl at? What makes you say, okay, hey, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to go over there? Because it is. I mean, it's good to bowl at different houses, so you got different conditions and so forth, and you learn from each one of them. So tell me where's your favorite place to bowl? If you could bowl there every night, where would your favorite place be to bowl?
I really don't have just a favorite house. They're all pretty much easy for me to bowl at.
Easy opportunity bowling place.
Yeah, any bowling house, I'll do it. Any leagues I can get on, I can try to do.
And that's what I love about Scotty. He's a can-do kind of guy. You know what I mean? There's no can't in his book. You know what I mean? So like I said, he bowls the Special Olympics, but he also bowls with regular bowlers. You know what I mean? He don't define himself to one category, and that's what I love about him. He's willing to go out there and just compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So Scott, since you bowl at a lot of different houses and you bowl 5 nights a week, can you give us your favorite bowling alley food? What do you like to eat when you're at the alley?
I eat a lot of cheeseburgers and fries.
Can't go wrong with a cheeseburger.
No, you can't.
Awesome. All right, man. So is there any where people can follow you at? Do you have any bowling pages out there?
I am on Facebook.
You're on Facebook, and it's your name, right? So if anybody wants to give
Scott Meass, yep.
Awesome. And do you have any shout outs before we let you go and wrap this show up?
Not really.
Not really.
Everybody out there.
Not even to your mom? The people at the
Hi,
Ark?
Mom. He's probably asleep right now, though.
What about the people at the Ark? The ones that have been on the show for you?
Yeah, hi, everybody from the Ark.
There you go. Yep. Hi, Mom. She'll go back and watch the show. You give a shout out to your bowling teammates?
Yep, Jason Ditto's one of my teammates.
Okay. He's been in the
I don't
show.
know how many's on watching.
Right.
But
All
I tried
right.
to notify everybody about this show tonight.
Yeah. Make sure y'all go back and share this and share it on going a little bit here. But that's going to end it for the night show. Thank you again, Scott, for taking your time. Sorry we made you wait so long, but glad to have you on.
You saved the best for the last.
Save the best for last.
Best for last.
That's right. Steve, any closing words?
You know what? Tonight's been a very great show.
Yes.
Kind of longer than what like last week. I was kind of felt bad. Our show last week was shorter than I expected. But I'm glad that we had this time. We got to meet a new entrepreneur, a new product. That was very great. And then we got to showcase a couple of our staffers. Chadwick, disabled veteran, and Scott, who is our.
I am.
Brenda said no, she is not.
Okay, that's Mom.
Your mom is not sleeping. She's watching. So she's
watching. See, there you go. You're in trouble now.
I might be sleeping on your couch, Steve.
But the thing is we got the spotlight of some great stuff tonight. And so I appreciate everybody that stayed. And
Hi, Jason.
And people that came in and asked questions.
Yeah.
And just to continue to grow this podcast and reach out to everybody. And like we always said, if you're interested in coming on our show, reach out to JR or myself. And hey, I'd like to be on the show, talk about something that you're involved in, as long as it has to do with bowling, and we'll continue to grow this show. And thanks for everybody that was here tonight. And
definitely, man. This was our most active in the chat room too. So the viewers came out and watched this show tonight. I think the reason our last show went so short is because kids, they're short and quick with their questions. So. Oh man! All right.
Plus, they were some smart kids, man. They
were.
Yeah, I got to see that one. They were some smart kids.
Yeah. If anybody missed it, check it out on YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for this show. I want to appreciate everybody for coming out, tuning in. Make sure y'all check out REVTACpro.com for your ball cleaner, as well as HallmarkShoes.com for your bowling shoes on your feet. That's going to end it for us. And I don't know if we'll be back next week or not. We'll play it by ear and see if we get anybody on. Well, that's going to do it for us. And yeah, see you soon. Peace.